to be clear, I'm not doing this for YouTube or any other reason other than personal, 100%. It's something that I've wanted to do since I was 17 years old.
Part of my morning routine, of course, aside from brushing my teeth and just generally straightening up, is putting on my G-wand. That's the major part because sometimes I have to do it 3 or 4 times. I'm going to move on with my morning routine, do the G1 thing. Hopefully I can get it done once. You're balancing your bot on only one arm underneath your G1. Your left hand is trying to keep your G1 straight from just falling off because it's only held by being draped on your left shoulder. If you had some kind of big bump right on your shoulder here, that would be handy. I don't have that big bump, but it's a balancing act. So the G1 is pretty critical to get it right. You're already walking over, very precarious, sharp rocks and glass and things like that. Whatever happens to be in those streets, they're not cleaned routinely. There's no truck that goes through at night or anything. So whatever's there is there. You're walking across it. And the way the concrete is poured and then rocks are dumped onto it. So it's like it's meant to be difficult to walk over barefoot. But so you're doing that while you're balancing this on one arm with your G1 over it, and then your left arm is holding onto part of your G1 to keep it from falling off. And then you have to, each person you get to, you lift your bot like this, enough for them to put the food in. And after you put the food in, you close it and continue walking. You don't say thank you. You can smile at them. Nobody told me don't smile at the villagers. But you don't say thank you. You don't say kapkun, krap, and you don't why, do all that kind of stuff because they do it to you, but you don't do it back because you're a monk, right? That's just the way it works. Anyway, I thought I'd explain that. Put on my G1 here in just a minute and then head on out the door. It's still black out, by the way. When you leave the front door, have a flashlight because, again, spiders, snakes, centipedes, all that kind of stuff. And you want to point the flashlight down to see where you're walking. I still tripped over a root the other night and fell flat on my face, but hey, that's on me. Before I leave out the front door, I make sure I have these 4 things, sometimes extra because we have to chant. I have a little notebook. It says the emperor on it. I don't know what that's about, but so I can kind of follow along with the chants. These are my handwritten notes in Bali language. This is for when I wash my bot to set it on the sink so that my bot doesn't get scraped on the bottom. Then you have this goes on your lap while you're eating. Then you have a napkin. I wash these and hang these every day. And then I have the pa bu tinam. This is what I sit on. So I need to make sure I have all these things. I forget stuff all the time, so I just keep it together the night before on top of my bot so I don't forget it. I gotta get moving. I didn't really budget time to make a video in the morning. I didn't think about this last night. I just got up and said, let's do this before I run out the door. Again, this is called a G1. won't say it's the bane of my existence, but I'll say it's something I struggle with every single day. If this keeps falling down right here, if this part keeps falling down, I'm gonna hold my bot and open it and close it. It's just gonna make it tough. So far, I've been okay, but I worry every single time. I don't wanna be the monk that goes out there and drops his food in the street, or you know, my robe just falls off. I should say robe, I keep calling it G1. G1 is what it's really called. So I'm figuring out now if I have a balance between pulling on this and pulling on this, hopefully it should stay. I gotta go, I'm late. Aloha. Sabu. We're going to gather over here. Whichever vehicle will start and whichever vehicle works, we'll jump into to head to the village. The dogs are pretty chill this time of day. They're not all barking and howling like they do at night or when you bang the gong.เมื่อคืนนี่หนาวไหมไม่หนาวหนาวไม่เหมือนเมืองไทยมันหนาว so we gather here and we're going to head down that road in whatever jalopy starts for today. Maybe I'll film a little bit out the window on the way. It's quite an interesting trip for me every time. This is probably, I think, my 11th day of doing the Bin Tabat. It's always an adventure. I gotta psych myself out for walking barefoot over the rocky roads that tend to shred feet. Check out this Toyota Corolla, man. It's really something. It's like, you're getting in that? Oh, we got to get those plastic containers that people put food and plastic and desserts, stuff like that, in plastic bags. And you can't carry that with all the rice, so we have to put them in these plastic, we call it the craw, plastic basket.
got the little wings here, man. Styling. After bin Tabat, we bring the food and set it up over here on the table in the kitchen area. Those are the types of things that... Oh. And the people that are not monks we call Yom, and they're every morning in here preparing dishes. Yom Tim used to own a restaurant, so her food is awesome.
She quit the restaurant now. She maintains at the temple now.
Yeah, so
every temple, wherever they meet her.
She goes around and cooks for the different temples. Oh, mushrooms. Picked locally. And then platu. We have some fish roasting. Local food from Isan. And from here, I head into the sala, which is the main area. This is the sala. So that's my tan. And I'll set the rice down here and go back to my kuti and tend to my feet. And a couple other things, and then come back for the food type ceremony. Maybe I'll try to film it. To understand Thai food, you have to understand a little bit about Thai culture. This is a huge ceremony every single day revolving around the food. And Thailand is a country that is bountiful. I can confidently say you will never starve in Thailand. Just drive down the street of any major city. People are lined up along the streets selling food. It's cheap, it's delicious. You can see the care that is put into it. There's a spiritual aspect to it. When you give somebody food, you give something to yourself. I don't want to get all metaphysical, but it's true. You feel good. When you give somebody something, you feel good. The way to rectify anger is with kindness. The way to rectify any kind of ill feelings you may have or things that happen to you, giving helps you feel better. So it's a symbiotic relationship between the Thai people that are outside the temple, Yom. If you're not a monk, you're Yom. And the monk, which is Prat. When you give, you feel good. So the monks are providing spiritual support to the local populace. And the local populace truly love waking up in the morning, steaming some rice, and giving a handful to the monks. To the Western mind, I don't know if that's difficult to understand, but if you live here and you're in the culture, then you understand. And it kind of helps you understand why so much care is taken and given with preparing Thai food. To understand Thai food, truly understand Thai food, you need to understand Thai culture. And to understand Thai culture, you need to understand Thai food. Take off the outside slippers, put on the inside slippers. They look the same. There's my key. Get up on my toes to get the key in the lock. And before the eating ceremony, I'll clean up my feet, put some medicine on them, and head to the main sala ceremony hall. มีข้าวเกลียบด้วย
ใช่มีข้าวเกรียบแล้วลูก
ข้าวเกลียบหรือข้าวปอง
ข้าวโป่งป้ายุ้ยปิ้งเองป้ายุ้ยปิ้งเองเลย
Take the rice that you collected during that day in Tabat and you put it back into a collective awning kano, or the holder for the sticky rice. And then you take one each of the other smaller ones and mix it in with your bat. This is bat right here. Just take whatever you want. You can skip. You don't have to eat a little bit of everything.
ติสาคารังวิวังวิวัตโตตินังโตตานังปัปปติอิตังปฏิตังตุมหังจิปมิวัสมิจันตุตะเพปุเรนตุสังคปากันโทปนาราโสยะสามณิโตติราโสยะธาทิริตังโดวิหารติตุริสาคาโรโควินาศโตมาเตกวาปันตารายโยทิฏฐาโยภวะอาทิวาทานาสิมิสยิตังชาดายุโมชาดาธรรมาวัฏันติอายุวันโนสุขังปาลังวัตุสาพมังพรังรักขันตุสัพพะเทวตาสัพพะพุทธานุภาเวนะสตาโสติภวันตุเตภวัตุสาพมังพรังรักขันตุสัพพะเทวตาสัพพะธรรมานุภาเวนะสตาโสติภวันตุเตภวัตุสาพมังพรังรักขันตุสัพพะเทวตาสัพพะสัมภานุภาเวนะสตาโสติภวันตุเตอะระหังสัมมาสัมพุทโธภะคะวะ
พุทธังภะคะวันตังสัมมิวาเทมิ
เราวา
ภะคะโตภะคะวะตาธัมโมธัมมังนามัสสามิสุปฏิปันโนภะคะวะโตสาวกสังโฆสังฆังนามามิ
I'm the last one eating in the temple, so I feel more or less free to talk. Usually there are a lot more monks than what you saw today. The lead monk had a tooth pulled and I think it got infected. Another person was having stomach problems. And the monk who sat next to me was taking care of a sick dog. Took the food basically to go. One other monk sat here and ate and he's gone now. So I'm free to talk or do as I wish, the way I feel. So normally the ceremony part is a little longer. There's more words spoken. The chanting is essentially the same. It's called Rapgan Haipon. And I don't know what that means. Something like we're receiving and getting blessings. So receiving blessings. I guess that's what the chant is called, receiving blessings. When we eat, Rapgan Haipon. And it's in Bali language and ancient Indian language.
Ooh, it's windy. Audio is probably terrible. After eating, we go to a place called Ti Lang Bat. Ti is place, Lang is wash, and Bat is this thing that we eat out of. set this down on the tatami mat, and I'll show you what we do after we finish eating. Silverware over here. Cloth that was on my lap. Make sure you get every little drop because you don't want it to kunsen in. Oh, you know what? I'm doing this wrong. I got corrected. I have to sit on the tatami and do it. I also take this opportunity to wash my drying towel and napkin. Hang it up temporarily on the clothesline nearby, and then when I go back to my room, I hang it up there. ไม้กวาด
อันนี้เขาเรียกว่าไม้กวาดทำความสะอาดบริเวณวัดกวาดใบไม้เป็นกิจวัตรของพระ
กิจวัตรเป็นมันปฏิบัติ
ปฏิ
ข
บั
อง
ติ
พระ
พระถ้ามันมีใบไม้อย่างนี้ก็กวาดบริเวณกุฏิเราด้วยแซมเปิลลองไหมตั้งกล้องแล้วกวาด